Hey everyone, Drive Me Crazy of the Theater here. Today we have another guide for Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Now, we will be showing you how to break down this boss and how to defeat the Satan Super Boss. Without further delay, let's get into the video. Now, for those who are wondering, how do you unlock Satan? Well, this is a little tricky to the casual players since it never says anything about it. But you must beat the game at least once to access this boss in the first place. Now, with this out of the way, once you have beaten the game, reload the save you beat the game on, not the New Game Plus saves to be specific, the save you beat it on, head over to where you first encounter Mastima. This will be in the Shinjuku first block ley line. He will have a quest icon above his head, go speak to him and then get that quest done. Afterwards, he will have another quest pop up above his head and he will unlock the Satan battle for you. Now, before you go in there, there's a lot of preparation that goes into this. So, Epic, if you can take it away with the preparation.
Hello everybody. For this battle, you're going to need 6 specific demons, and the demons are as follows. Konohana Sakura, Demi-Fiend, and Beelzebub at level 99, and Baal, Norn, and Dis at any level of your choice. Now, you're probably wondering why you need these 6 specific demons. The reason you will need these demons are for these following reasons. First off, we need Konohana Sakura, for unique ability Sakura Sakura, which heals and buffs all demons. We need Demi-Fiend for his skill Chaotic Will. While it has a chance to insta-kill the enemies on the field, that is not what we wanted for. We wanted for its secondary effect, which halves all press turns on use, even on miss. Finally, we'll need Beelzebub for Boon, Boost, EX, and Debilitate. The reason we need him specifically is because Boon Boost EX gives you 2 turns of extra time on your buffs and debuffs, thus taking the pressure off of casting Debilitate every 3 turns. Makes it a little less stressful. For the other 3, we need Baal for his Nick skill, which allows us to get an extra press turn when we are debuffed. And we want Dis and Norn because when we put them back into stock, they do not take press turns away from us. Now that we're done going over what demons we need, what builds do we want on them, and how do we make them?
Hey, here to say, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and for updates or for chatting, join our Discord, link in the description. But now, let's get back to the video.
Now for the builds we're going to be going over, we'll tell you how to make them, where to obtain the things to make them, and where the locations are. However, we will not be going into the side quests in full in this video. The first build is going to be the same Nahobino build from the Demi-Fiend fight we showcased a little while back, but with one change to it. We're adding Light Paloma to the build. We'll throw up a screenshot here to show you what to change out. Now for Konohana Sakura, you will need to unlock her via the Sakura Cinders of the East side quest, which you can get by talking to the same woman you get the Tsukiyomi essences from, and saying you'll help out, then going upstairs on the left side when you first enter the room and talking to the researcher in the corner. Once you've attained her, we'll be leveling up to 99 via grimoires that you can obtain from Red Ritamas. That helps if you have to DLC for them, otherwise just grind her up to level 99. Then we can begin building her. We'll show you another screenshot of the build here now, and for this build we use the following essences: the Meter, Beelzebub, and the Aogami Type 0 essence. If you need to know where to get the Aogami Type 0 essence from, head to Asakusa ley line at the Taito. Oh, and we will place a screenshot here of where you need to go to get the Aogami essence. But once you head to the location, if Navigator symbol does not appear, you need to head back to the ley line and reload the map. You can do this by heading to the Demon Haunt and exiting back out. If it appears there, drop a save right in front of it, and if you don't get the Aogami essence on the first time, then reload your save until you do. You need to do this 3 separate times for Baal, Dis, and Norn, and this information was given to us by Kaiser Cruz from the SMTV Discord server, so massive shout out to him, but more on this later. Now you're going to want to make a build like Drive Me Crazy's here. For Beelzebub, the skills don't matter as long as you have Debilitate and Boon Boost DX on him. Since we have covered the builds we'll be using, let's move into the 4th section. Battle itself. Back to you, Drive Me Crazy.
Now, at the beginning of the battle, it will always begin with Satan summoning his allies and using Megiddo Arc. Now, how he targets with Megiddo Arc is determined by your team's current HP, not your maximum HP. But here is how he targets, since it is semi-random. The team member with the highest amount of HP currently has a 35% chance of being hit with Megiddo Arc. Your second party member, who has the highest amount of HP, also has a 35% chance of being hit with Megiddo Arc. And your third highest has a 30% chance of being hit with Megiddo Arc, whereas your lowest has a 0% chance, which in this case should be Konohana Sakura. Shout out to Zero for giving us this information, as well as this. Satan has a hidden counter for buffs and debuffs. This counter has a value of 17. Now, this counter goes for buffs and debuffs on your side and his side. Now, for this, it will not matter since we're going to be using Luminescent Mirage, which will make his AI use Megaten, but we'll explain this mechanic anyway. If you go above the value of 17, it adds a +1 to every single type of buff you have, whether this is an attack buff, a defense buff, agility buff, or whatever. If you have +2 on every single party member, then it will equal out to a value of 24. Now, it doesn't matter since he will Megaten every single time since we're using Luminescent Mirage. Now, when it is your turn, it will go as follows: Omnipotent Succession, then Luminescent Mirage for the Nahobino, Chaotic Will for the Demi-Fiend, and Sakuya Sakura for Kohana Sakuya. And debilitate on Beelzebub. You will continue this until he brings out a star-looking demon named Kaiwan. Now, there is a mechanic I haven't mentioned until now. This battle's gimmick is Satan can absorb his allies and their affinities. Now, what we're looking for is for him to absorb Kaiwan. Once he does this, Luminescent Mirage will avoid his Makatsui move, Chaotic Will for the Demi-Fiend, and if debuff time is running low, do debilitate on Beelzebub and buff with Kohana. Now, after he does his Magasui move, and it's your turn again, exchange everyone in your current team for Ball, Dis, and Norn, and Luminescent Mirage yet again. Here is where RNG comes into play. Once you do, end your turn and hope that the enemy debuffs you. Why are we hoping that the enemy debuffs us? Because of Ball's innate skill. If you get debuffs, you will gain an extra press turn, which you will be at either 7 or 8 press turns. Now, you will use Parasailing Blur and do 4 attacks per turn. And I'm not talking about the 4 attacks that Parasailing Blur already does, 4 separate attacks in one turn. Now, once this happens, you're going to put everyone back in the stock just like the Demi-Fiend guide. And this will get you at exactly 40 attacks with Omnipotent Succession due to Ball's innate skill. And from there, you have won. We're gonna leave this footage of myself defeating Satan, proving that this strategy works. Hope you all enjoyed. Now, go kick Satan's ass!